Hey guys, welcome back to Hashtagz by PSV. Today we are diving deep into the world of international diplomacy and economic cooperation as we explore the fascinating topic of the G20. If you find this content interesting, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and share it with your friends who might be curious about the G20 as well. Let's get started. So what exactly is the G20? The G20 stands for the Group of 20. It's an international forum comprising 19 individual countries and the European Union. The primary aim of this group is to promote international financial stability and sustainable economic growth. The G20 summit is a significant event where the heads of governments and states from various countries come together to make important decisions. It is a platform for civil societies to discuss and decide on matters of global importance. The future of globalization and the world order will be determined in this summit. India has the opportunity to display the leadership skills and contribute to building a better world order that considers interests of future generations, the developing world, and the environment. This summit will be a test of India's leadership. India has taken over the G20 presidency for 1 year starting from December 2022 to November 2023. G20 includes 20 of the most powerful countries in the world, accounting for 75% of world trade and 85% of world GDP. These countries include Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, South Korea, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Turkey, United Kingdom, United States, and European Union.
So why was the G20 established? So before G20 there was another group called the G7, including all the 7 developed countries. However, the Western powers only cared for their interests and understood their economy. In a globalized world, things that are happening in one part of the world can impact things in other parts of the world. For example, the 2008 financial crisis majorly happened in the United States, but the entire world faced recession. Similarly, in 1997, there was a financial crisis in Southeast Asia which began in Thailand and spread across Asia. Therefore, in 1999, along with the G7, which still exists today, the G20 was established because the G7 countries realized that international cooperation was necessary. The presidency of G20 is rotated between its members every year, and 3 countries are responsible for pushing the G20 agenda. The past president was Indonesia, the present G20 president is India, and the future is Brazil. During G20 meetings, finance ministers and central bankers discuss policies related to finance, while diplomats discuss foreign policies in the Sherpa track. India, as the G20 president this year, plans to host over 200 meetings with participation from 32 sectors to establish better international relations. India has invited the United Arab Emirates as a guest to the G20 along with other countries which are not a part of the G20 group. This move can improve India's strategic partnerships with these countries. India's external affairs ministers made an important statement that India is emerging as the leader of the global south, which includes developing countries. India's Prime Minister also mentioned during the G20 Bali summit that multilateral institutions like the United Nations are failing in modern times. So what is India's presidency and vision of G20? Indian presidency of G20 began on December 1st, 2022 and will end on 30th of November this year. The theme for our presidency is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means one earth, one family, one future. The team highlights sustainable and responsible choices, not just for individuals but also for governments. The agenda for the G20 summit includes various issues such as women empowerment, digital public infrastructure, health, agriculture, tourism, climate, finance, circular economy, global food security, energy security, green hydrogen, disaster risk reduction, resilience, and fight against economic crime and multilateral reforms.
India will showcase its digital transformation, its long, vibrant democratic tradition, its artistic splendor, and its culinary diversity, including street food at G20 summit. Here are some of the key areas that India will showcase at G20. Digital India. India will showcase its Digital India initiative, which has transformed the lives of millions of Indians by providing them with access to digital services such as Aadhaar, UPI, and e-governance. Green hydrogen. India is a leading producer of renewable energy and is committed to reducing its carbon emission. At the G20, India will showcase its plan to develop a green hydrogen economy. Culinary diversity. India is a land of rich and diverse cuisine, and at G20, India will showcase its street food, which is popular all over the world. Art and culture. India has a rich cultural heritage, and at the G20, India will showcase its art, music, and dance. Democratic traditions. India is the world's largest democracy, and at the G20, India will showcase its democratic traditions and values. India is also expected to discuss the following issues at the G20s. The global economy. India is concerned about the impact of the global economic slowdown, and it is expected to call for measures to boost the global growth. Climate change. India is committed to addressing climate change, and it is expected to call for ambitious climate actions at the G20. Food security. India is a food surplus country, and it is expected to call for measures to address the global food security crisis. As we wrap up today's video, it is essential to remember that the G20 continues to be the crucial player at the global stage. It's a platform where the nations can come together and share ideas and work towards the more stable and prosperous world. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of G20. If you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more depth in discussion on global topics. If you have any questions or want to share your thoughts, please leave a comment below. Until next time, stay curious.